Hello, this is Steve Googe, the instructor for Church Administration 202, and this is the second half of week number 2's presentation. We're going to talk about the benefits of a team. It's coded 2B in your syllabus, the benefits of a team. Now, what will you learn? Well, you're going to learn the 4 characteristics of a well-functioning team. Teams are fast, they're flexible, they're focused, and they are friendly. Those are the characteristics, and we'll develop them more fully in just a few moments. And then we'll also talk about the elements of team success. We want our teams, if we function that way, to be successful. How can that happen? Well, we will discuss that in just a few moments. Which of the two are best, committees or teams? Well, you will have to decide that for yourself. Your church or organization may have a penchant for moving toward committees, or you may have an understanding that teamwork works best for you. I need to point out that it is a monumental task to transition from a committee structure to a team structure. It is a process, and it requires great time and attention to detail and a clear direction. Now I want to share with you some of the benefits of a team structure. First, it's fast. It is fast in terms of getting the job done much faster than you could expect in a committee setting. For example, because a team has developed trust and relationships with others, a team meeting doesn't necessarily have to be called to make a decision. A decision could be made over the telephone or through text messaging or email, and then that decision implemented quickly. For example, someone comes for benevolence, and instead of waiting for a committee meeting to deal with that benevolent need, a team can then just simply poll its members and decide to act. So, one of the benefits of team structure is that it's fast. A second benefit for a team structure is being flexible. So, in addition to being fast, a team structure is flexible. Being flexible means that it can change. It can change quickly. It is very adaptable. It does not have to wait on long processes to change it. So it is very flexible in getting the job done. Not only is a team structure fast, and that is able to identify and act on opportunities that are presented to it, and flexible, it can change and not be stagnant, but also it's focused. It's focused on the future. A team can see the future and see changes that are needed. As the change becomes an apparent solution or an opportunity for growth, then the team will embrace it. Also, a team is focused in the sense that they have a task to perform, and they go about it with all of their energy and all of their passion. Now let's look at the fourth benefit that we want to examine. The fourth benefit is being friendly. It's friendly in this way. When a decision needs to be made, it doesn't require a month or 2 months to move forward with a commitment to do a job or a ministry. For example, if there was an experience where a church needed to replace a window, and a committee was involved with it, they might have a committee meeting, and they might discuss several different ways to approach fixing that window. Some might suggest we don't need to just simply repair that window, we need to replace it because there's rot around the window sills. One might suggest, I have an uncle who's in that business. Let me get a price from him. And so they may meet and come back in a month to share their information with the group so they can make a decision. So a month passes. They come back, and someone else has decided they want to put in a bid, and as a result of that, they meet again 2 months later, and then maybe they make a decision. So 2 months have passed, and now the church body needs to decide if they're going to approve the money for accomplishing this relatively simple task. They approve the money in a business meeting, so it may be 3 months before the replacement of that window can actually happen. Now, I realize that I'm being very facetious in this, but isn't it much better to have a group that would be friendly toward the request and in just a matter of hours could make a decision, yes, let's replace that window and move forward? By their very structure, teams are more friendly than committees because they can get the job done faster, in a flexible way and in a focused way. What are some of the elements that breed team success? Well, let me share 5 of them with you. Number 1 is a clear, common, compelling task. That means there's a purpose. Members proudly share a sense of why the team exists, and they are investing in it to accomplish their mission and their goal. They have become highly effective in what they want to accomplish. They want to become highly effective in what they want to achieve. And then, crystal clear roles, how we design, divide, and deploy the work of the team. Members know their roles. They know that their roles are important because they will help get the task done. And they also know how to allow a more skillful member to do a certain job. And in that way, they are utilizing the best talent they possibly have. And then number 3, there is clear and competent leadership. Leadership is participatory. There is an interdependence, and there is an empowering of the leadership, freeing them up to serve others. Then there is the process that builds trust. Process is an extremely important ingredient. There are 2 types of processes, working and thinking. Thinking together is where a team finds synergy. Teams strive to tap into the collective IQ of the team. It often leads to new insights, and people are able to discern together what needs to be done. Meetings are like the playing field for high-performance teams. It's the place that they work. High-performance teams constantly tinker with processes, believing that they can always be done in a better way. And then last, communication. Communication is absolutely essential. It's an essential part of what needs to be done in any team. Now, high communication means that we create a climate of trust and openness, and there's honest communication taking place among the teams. I want to show you in the next slide some resources you might want to take advantage of. If you have an interest in going further in the study of teams, or perhaps gaining information on how to implement teams in your own setting, I would recommend these books. The Performance Factor, Unlocking the Secrets of Teamwork by Pat McMillan. And then Laws of Teamwork by John Maxwell. Almost anything Maxwell writes is very practical. Transforming Your Church with Ministry Teams by Stanley Ott. And then Sticky Teams, Keeping Your Leadership Team and Staff on the Same Page by Larry Osborne. I've also gained information from the Baptist State Convention of North Carolina with their High Impact Ministry. I've enjoyed this time together with you. I hope that it has been practical and helpful. And until our next lecture, this is Steve Gouge wishing you Godspeed.